first rates on your screen will start coming up any second now. Small cap index is in the green, the mid cap indices are also trading with a positive bias, the breadth is neutral. So no one should really complain about the market setup, even though there could be a dark shade of red, but that's pretty much, I mean, if you correct a bit here from these levels, markets, everybody will call this market as healthy correction after the recent run up. So markets are off to a decent start. Soon the quarterly numbers will start coming out from banks. Then you will see dispatch numbers from auto companies. So those are the factors which really could be at play. But metals, I think, would be a trade, because if China comes back, that entire trade in a sense will start going through more and more price action. Zomato, there is a co-founder exit. Then let's look at Federal Bank. There's a Nomura upgrade there. So not too many stocks which are in news, but the ones which are in news are also not really reacting in a very grand manner. So it's a very okay start with no big movers here, or with no big changes there.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a whole lot really to talk about besides, of course, those individual stocks. I want to see what Hero MotoCorp is up to, considering the Goldman Sachs observation on how they've lost market share for the month gone by. 2.25% of a crack coming in. And by the way, just from tomorrow onwards, you'll have the monthly sales data as well trickle in. Before we officially step into the festive season, 2.25% cut coming in, 0.5% lower for Bajaj Auto as well. What's Biocon up to after those 4 observations for their Bangalore API facility? Let's bring up that stock. IndusInd Bank after the MD CEO reappointment, and then Tata Power and Torrent Power after the Morgan Stanley overweight coming in for utilities. Bunch of other stocks in focus as well. There's Jubilant Pharmova, wherein the US FDA has classified Canada unit as official action initiated. So look out for that. Keynes, they've made an acquisition for a company, 43 odd crore rupees. There's of course Reliance Infra as well, wherein the Calcutta High Court has upheld that 780 crore rupee arbitration award against the Damodar Valley Corp. So look out for some of these stocks which are going to be in focus. And then of course, Reliance Industries as well. They've got the INB Ministry nod for transfer of non-news business to Star India now. So let's see what that stock is currently up to in trade and how it's really reacting to that news flow. Other than that, of course, there's also Adani Enterprises. Their arms JV unit, April Moon Retail, has bought 74% stake in Coco Art Ventures for about 200 odd crore rupees. BEL, which has registered a joint venture with AEI and Israel for repair and maintenance of medium-range surface air missiles. Look out for that. Railtel, they've bagged an order worth about 135 odd crore rupees from Adani Connex for advanced smart metering infrastructure. So a bunch of these names which are in focus. And iShares, wherein RE is set to replace the defective reflectors on bikes manufactured from November 22 to March 23rd for free now. And of course Lupin as well, wherein the US FDA has issued 3 observations each for its Pitampura unit, 1 API and 1 finished product manufacturing unit as well. So a bunch of these names in focus. By the way, NSE and BSE update on the transaction charges, which is going to now comply with the SEBI circular. I want to see what impact it's happening on Angel One as well as 5paisa. The 2 listed counterparts which are bound to see some reaction coming in. Angel One absolutely flat in trade, in fact marginal uptick coming in. 5paisa as well, not much of a move, just about barely soft. But Naresh, what are your first observations on how we've kickstarted? Pretty tempered and sedate, and of course the first trades that you're punching in.
So sedate start on the indices, but the breadth is still okay. The broader markets are still fine. The stock which looks interesting is iShares Motors, just broken out into new all-time highs, can lead from here on, go towards 5,400 in the short to medium term.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits. And then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.